Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co host, Brian,
All right, buddy.
Brett,
So,
and host of the Strat Chat podcast, Kyle Petty.
Hey, hey.
We are back to talk Survivor 45. This is episode 10. How am I the mobster? We started this with the final 8 players, guys. We are now down to the final 7. This season is plugging along. A lot of alliances being tested, still trying to see what's holding firm. Is Reba going to hold firm? Do the others have a chance to take away at it? What's that going to be? I kind of just want to kick it to you guys. A few different main topics probably in this episode. I want to hear what you guys kind of your main takeaway at least was from this episode. Um, Brett, I'll start with you. Let's get to it. What's your main takeaway?
I thought this episode was kind of boring. I don't know if I was half distracted because I was with other people watching it, but I found it boring. And I thought Bruce was an idiot. I don't know what he was doing. He told Katura about his plan to pretend he gave away his idol, and then he actually lied to Jake. And then, quickly the lie got out. I just don't. If he was going to lie, he should have just lied to everybody. I think because I think that could have been a good plan to just keep that alive for everyone. The fact that I liked what Emily did as far as trying to either way she went, I think was a good move. She got out a guy with an idol, and if she went with Bruce, she would have gotten out one of the Reba before, which also would have been good for her. So either way, I think it worked out in Emily's favor, and that's why she's going to win the season.
Kyle, what do you think?
I can't stand Brett. Um, so where does one start? Because everything feels like it has to be in response to the nonsense that Brett spews. But I think it starts with Bruce and his idiocy in the sense that he truly doesn't have a real pulse on this game. Like last week, we really wanted to cheer him on, right? It felt like, he understood what was going on. He understood the pulse of the social situation here. And he definitely displayed this week that he does not understand what's happening. At least the edit showed us was the first person that he told that he was lying about this idol was Katora, who has been the one person whose entire game has been centered around getting Bruce out. So like that was like not very settling. That was like, what the hell are you doing? But to Brett's point, that did look like it was going to be a good plan for Bruce, right? Like just start lying that like, Kelly had the idol. Even for a second, I was like, wait a minute, did he give Kelly the idol? Because like the way that this was edited, you really didn't know. We had that flash forward with the whole Caleb tribal and everything. It's like, you know what? Maybe you just didn't show us things. Like for a split second, I thought that was actually true. And to find out that it wasn't, and the first person you told was Couture was a disaster.
Yeah.
But like that really, really could have worked in his favor. But like, is there not some part of us that's maybe thinking that maybe like Emily is getting an amazing edit, which is also a wonderful setup for like a final 5 or final 4 exit. Like you keep saying that she's going to make it to the end, but like it also is really good television if she doesn't make it to the final, because that's what everyone is expecting.
Though, because she's getting like a hero edit.
You can obliterate the fire, but no one's going to put her there because they don't see her as a threat.
Brian, what was your
Until
main
they
takeaway
do? These things change in one episode, though.
They could.
I agree. Bruce is a dope. I mean, I don't know how you can not play your idol. I don't know if it was timetable on it, but like you hear your name a bunch and people have been going after you. You're dumb. And Katora, like, what is she gonna? Where is she gonna go from here? Because now that Bruce is gone, what is her purpose on the show?
Right. What
Except
does her
talking
name
shit
look
about
like
Bruce.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm interested to see what happens with that. Yeah, I mean, it was a good move for Emily. I mean, I'm sick of looking at her. I'm sick of hearing about her. I'm sick of hearing her voice. I can't stand it. So I mean, the sooner she's gone, the better for me. But you can't look at. I just think Bruce is so dumb. He's so dumb. He's so dumb.
Speaking to that, I found Emily extremely annoying also, but that doesn't change the fact that I think she wins.
That's fine. I just don't want her to win because it's just this would capitalize on like these people winning these new Survivor seasons. I think are really lame.
I didn't have a real huge problem with Emily this week. My kind of main takeaway from this week, and it's been the last few weeks, has been our buddy Jake. Our buddy Jake's really gone through it. He really is. He's sitting there crying on the beach. He's just like feels like he had. And it's kind of true. He's like, I don't really. He thinks he doesn't really have a game because he's always the last person to find out. And he's found out the last 2 weeks that he is the backup vote to Bruce. Like as we even saw in Tribal, they were splitting votes just in case Bruce did make the right move. If Bruce plays his idol, Bruce is gonna go. I mean, Jake is gonna go, right? But Jake, the thing is, like, I feel like if he could just find a way to get linked in with someone, if somehow he can get included and this Reba does start to tear apart, like a lot of people like him, it seems like. No, it doesn't seem like anyone actually dislikes him. It's just that he hasn't really been in their clique, right? He finds a way to win an immunity or two and can get to the fire starting and everything. Like, I feel like the jury people would like Jake. I feel like he would have a decent shot if he found a way to listen. It's gonna be tough for him to make it through the next like 2, 3 tribals, right? Like it probably will be. But if he does, I think a lot of people will end up being pissed at a lot of the other people, right? And maybe they won't be really mad at him because he really wouldn't have had a hand in a lot of their downfalls.
Jake, if he makes it to the end, like he played a perfect survival game, but the fact that he had like zero agency the whole game when he might be sitting next to someone who did makes me think that like he doesn't deserve to win. But I still like Jake. I wouldn't mind him winning.
I want him to stay longer than Drew so he can shove it in Drew's face.
Oh God, Drew's annoying too. Kyle, what do you think? I mean you're a big I know you're a big Jake person, right?
I'm a big Jake fan, and it's like I think this game is really really interesting, especially because you're going to the end with three different people. So you talk about somebody who doesn't have any agency in the game, but at the same time, like in this new era, like do you have goats as you did years prior? Like I'm not really sure that you do. Like I feel like once you get to the end, like you kind of like you do have an argument to make here. You did have a strong social game because no matter what, even if you had no, even if you didn't have any advantages or any power on your side, if you to get that far, it certainly counts for something.
If
The fact,
Erica can win, anyone can win.
oh, well,
That's true. I still think Xander should have won, but
Yeah, I
I
didn't mind
also
Xander
think
that season.
Sanders should have won. Honestly, yeah.
Kyle, can I get your
Not
opinion? Can I get your
not the
opinion
first
on
time
something real quick?
I approve of something that Brett says. Oof.
Kyle, can I get your opinion on something real quick?
Of
Just
course
because
you can.
you haven't always been here for some of the Survivor. What are your thoughts on the family letters?
I had that coming up.
I don't usually enjoy family letters at all. And I will say, especially in Survivor, I really, really don't like them. Like when you think about the fact that they've really only been out there for like 2.5 weeks, like all the crying, all of this carrying on, like I'm just like, what is your problem? Like for $1 million, I would be totally fine not speaking to my partner for a month. Like, bye. Like we're gonna get down with the get down. Once we win this million, we get the hell out of here. Like, are you kidding? Like,
Exactly.
it's just too much to me. It's a little
Right.
bit
I
too
mean,
much.
that's kind of where I fast forwarded through the letters today,
Same.
and
Yeah.
I don't care what I missed. I don't care if there's a story. I don't care
I,
because I
I
think it's
did hear
stupid.
about Couture's estranged mother. I did hear that one.
that explains why she hates Bruce so much. She just hates parental figures, apparently. Like
She's
this is probably why she doesn't talk to her mom. She's like, "Oh my god, mom, you're so annoying. Mom, just shut up. You're always talking." And then
she's
that's why she
probably
doesn't
like
Bruce.
we're gonna find out that this mother's like some horrible human. Brett's thinking it's like a petty strife.
Yeah, I care more about the turkey. Like when he's like, "Yo, there's turkey and stuffing," I was like, "Yeah, I'll get down with that in a bed."
Beer.
But then Drew starts crying. I was like, "Come on, dude! Like, what are we doing here?"
See,
The
the issue with all of this is like, I feel like we put a little bit too much focus on some of the family stuff. It's like you can have a very, very sad family life and like whatever that is. Like, and I'm not saying that I don't feel empathetic towards that, but that doesn't mean you just get like a green light to just like finish this game as the winner. Like I really I like to liken these games to like Uno. And if I'm sitting down and I'm playing Uno with you on a Saturday night, simply because you had a rough family life does not change the fact that I'm going to hit you with this draw four. Like
Facts.
Yeah.
we're still playing a game. Like it's not an automatic win because you had a rough life. Like, you want to recount everything that I've been through. Like, don't I deserve a win then? Like, I don't know. Like it's not really fair.
Yeah, because like the
That
family
shouldn't be a
visits
thing.
mattered because like you're actually physically seeing them and like you
That doesn't mean
you
shit.
see them and it triggers you. But like
Yes.
I guess I don't know, maybe because I have no empathy whatsoever on anything. So like when I just see like, oh, a letter, and anytime somebody passed it off, I was like, that was a smart move. I would do the exact same thing.
I mean, I agree. The challenges this episode were relatively straightforward as well. We had the elimination challenge. That was another stamina, hold yourself up challenge, right?
I
I
liked
liked
Um,
it.
it.
and the one
It was
that
new, right? That was new.
Yeah.
It was new,
relatively
at
new,
least to
right?
me. Like I'm
I
not
think
gonna
it's
say
new.
I'm
I've never seen him do that.
Survivor savant,
Looks
but like
similar
it
to
was
the
new to
wall
me.
on Big Brother, and I don't remember them doing. I mean, I'm sure it's been something similar, but not this exact one on Survivor.
Yeah, yeah, similar, but not like them doing like locked in
Yeah,
like a almost like a dip formation.
Yeah,
I get down with this.
yeah.
I
It
liked
was.
it. I
I mean,
liked
it
it.
showed too. I mean, the guys were the final holders on that one. That one was just like I said. It
I
was a
really wanted
pretty.
Julie to last, man. I just wanted that Julie Bruce narrative of like they're beating all the youngins.
Yeah, she
Like
wasn't able to
Bruce,
hold back
almost,
on that one.
Dude, Bruce
almost.
did well, man. If he wasn't an idiot, I mean, he was
Hmm.
building his case here, and he's dumb.
I
You
really wanted
cannot leave
Bruce
an
to win
idling
this one
fire.
Me
because I
too,
wanted
man.
that
I
to be.
want
Yeah, I
anarchy.
wanted that to be his narrative. Not that I'm a
Anarchy.
Bruce fan, but I just thought that'd be like good TV.
You
Yeah,
get
Yeah,
a
I
Bruce
know.
win
Bruce is
Anarchy.
next week. If you get a Bruce immunity win next week, you're seeing some anarchy, and it's gonna be
Yeah, that's
fun.
what we want,
Hmm.
man.
well. Jake was
Absolutely.
in the
Jake would have
final
been gone.
final three on that, so I was like, damn, like if Jake or Bruce win this, then this is
Yeah,
gonna.
right. Exactly. I was like, Jake, one of them needs to win. I was like, I really wanted Jake to win because I thought it would be good because they were like, oh, you're going, you're going, you're going. And I was like, they love like tricking you and like building up something and then showing it. But
Right.
yeah,
If
it was a
Jake
bummer.
win and then Bruce playing his idol,
Oh, I would
then
have loved that. I would have loved every second of that. But I didn't want Julie to go. I did not want Julie to go. I wanted like somebody like Drew to go. Just sick of looking at Drew.
Do we know why Katura was having like a panic attack? I don't think she even knew, but it was weird because we are like, she
no,
knows how to swim, right? I'm pretty sure she
she
jumped
can
off.
swim.
Yeah, she swam afterwards, but like and then there was a
She had an
challenge.
anxiety attack basically,
Yeah,
but Jeff was very kind to her. I appreciated it. Like you could just tell she genuinely even felt bad that she was feeling that way.
yeah.
So
But when also at the end when he's like, "All right, do we need to pull up a boat for you to take you back to wherever?" Like, I don't. They all just jumped in the water, but then when they zoomed out, there was nothing in sight. So are they just like swimming for
Yeah, they
dramatic?
usually swim out. That's what they usually do.
I didn't
she
see
had a
the
bad few minutes,
video.
man. She
They're
had a
like
moment.
merman and merwoman. And he's like, go back to where you came from, and they just swim away.
Just had a moment.
He
It
hits her
happens
with,
sometimes.
"Are you okay?" And then he's like, "That's how you do it on Survivor." Back to the other people, like he's got a 1 second chill, and then he's right back into the game. Like, look at the grit.
Austin's like, yeah, I know. I just won. Thanks.
It's funny because it's true.
She just got off the couch. That's what
Yeah,
we're here for.
yeah, right, exactly.
This is why you come on Survivor. No, Jeff, I come on to actually win the show, not to embarrass myself and not be
Right.
able to finish a challenge. This is not why I'm on Survivor.
Yeah, I
Actually,
Jeff,
come
I'm
on
not here to
Survivor
prove
not to
anything.
look like a clown dick, but
Yeah,
to win
yeah.
like 100.
The only thing I'm here to prove is how good I am at winning $1 million.
Did you
Right.
think? And I don't mean to keep bouncing around here, but do you think like Jeff was like he was like instigating at the tribal council? He's like, "Hey, Julie, they call you Mama here. Do you think that's bad?" And like, just like the points he was poking at, I felt like he was like kind of blowing up spots. Did anybody
He was
notice that?
leading. He was leading the jury.
oh shit!
Mhm.
When they
Leading
walked
the
in, he
way-
was like,
objection,
"The
objection.
vibes are off here, guys."
Like, dude,
Well,
yeah, just
they like, hey Jeff, here's the footage from today where they think they might blindside Julie, and then he's like leaning into that and what they were saying with the mommy
yeah, he's
thing.
got like something in his ear. He's like, "Oh shit, you got to talk about Mama Julie." Like, all right, yeah, and then just says it. It's like Jeff, just shut up, let them talk and
Let's do it.
dig their own graves.
Yeah. It was way more than instigating. It was definitely stoking the fire for sure.
I
He had
agree.
like one of those like flappers for like
Like
Like, sorry,
the
we
accordion
gotta take out
thing in
John,
between.
yeah,
take out Drunk Uncle first.
yeah.
I think, look, overall, next week's going to be really crucial to see kind of where the lines now start to crack amongst the teams. We really, I mean, what do we have left? You know, you just have Jake really as the outlier of these targets of the last few weeks. So very curious to see if Reba does hold strong. The trailer kind of showed a little tension. I think D kind of feeling a little heat. So Really going to be interesting to see like how it turns next week. I genuinely, the Bruce stuff has been fun. It's been a storyline, but kind of I'm frankly ready for his stuff to now be over with, so we can move on to something else. That was sucking up a lot of our attention.
Yeah, I definitely want to see Reba at odds for sure. Between this Mama J, because I definitely agree with everyone. I think Emily was kind of leading the charge on this one, but saying like anyone that's being referred to as Mama is not one that we want to keep around, and she's absolutely right. And everyone else is right too. So between D and Julie, I think they are prime people to go home, and like, but so is Drew. Like these are prime targets here.
Maybe Emily pulls in Katura and Jake and turns on the Rebas.
We haven't even talked about Austin either. Like he's also
right
too. I mean, like
See,
it's just,
He's like flying under the radar, even though he's really
he's
good.
tricky.
It's crazy.
I get like people are thinking like, oh, Mama Julie can win, but it's like we still have like multiple episodes to get rid of her. Like, why are we focusing on it right now? You should be getting rid of people that are like actual threats at the moment. Like the people that have a chance to win.
They know that he's a threat, though. We know that because we know all the advantages and idols that he's carrying. But like, does everyone else know
Even
that?
outside of that, dude, he's just a good, nice player. He's a nice guy. He contributes and he's good at challenges. He hasn't screwed anyone over yet. And like you said, they don't even realize the dude can, if he goes another like week, he can literally just start protecting himself every week just for insurance.
Right. They were so obsessed with Bruce. They were so clouded by Emperor Palpatine Bruce, like
by their hate.
Like their hate, yeah, for him. And it's like, where does the show go from here? Where like, is it gonna just be like, all right, we're just gonna start getting rid of Jake, and it's like boring. We're gonna get rid of Katora, boring. Like, get rid of one of those people that are just sitting there.
Scared. Maybe they're not scared, even if they knew. I forgot his Austin, because Xander had idols and was doing all this stuff, and they still discredited him. They're like, oh well, your social game was just like being a cool surfer bro. You didn't actually do anything like strategic. Which I mean, Austin sort of. I mean,
who has an amazing social game right now?
Emily. I mean, all of them, all the Reba and Emily, all of them have good social games. I think Katura and Jake don't, but the other 5 do.
You could argue Drew does, like because he's kind of maintained good relationships. Brian, I feel like Bruce was less like Palpatine. He was more like Jar Jar Binks. Everyone's worried about goofy Bruce when they should be worried about the Emperor. They're worried about damn Jar Jar, hating on Jar Jar. You know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah, I get that, but it's just like, where is it going to go from here for multiple people who are obsessed with getting this dude out?
Yeah, now what do you do?
Like it's just like we get it. You don't like we get it. You don't like the dude, but like, what are you going to do now that he's out?
Right. Did Austin ever get his idol back from Julie?
I don't know.
We'll probably see a flashback about it.
I would think that he got it back, but like they have not focused on that. So
right,
we'll see. Maybe interesting thing to watch. I doubt he let her keep it.
Assuming he has both, if they don't take him out next week, he will make it to the fire making.
Right, exactly. And Drew knows it. Drew knows this. And he's done nothing. He's done absolutely nothing. No plotting. He's just been flexing his body in front of the camera at the boys' night.
Gollum.
Yeah, that like the sun. That was like a solar reflector coming off of there, man. I'm gonna try to find that. I wanted that to be the thumbnail. I gotta try to find it.
Edward Cullen.
He's built like a
40.
Yeah.
Well, overall, I thought that we actually, I think I had more fun talking the episode than watching it. So I'm glad we were all able to connect. Before we go, Kyle, what's going on with the Strat Chat pod?
Strat Chat. We're doing the Challenge 39 and Big Brother Australia on Thursdays, 9:30 and 10:30. Apparently, Brett will be joining us at 9:30 for the Challenge 39.
That one, Brian, you missed that.
That's going to be a good time. That's going to be a really good time. And then Mondays, that's when we do Survivor. That's at 9:30. That's all we got. Until Reindeer Games. Come on now. Big Brother Reindeer Games.
Brett, are you watching Reindeer Games?
No one cares.
Yeah, I'm watching it.
So yeah, there's definitely some good Reality Guys Strat Chat collabs coming soon.
You're damn right. Come on, jingle jangle. Jingle jangle.
We'll find a season of a show like we've been talking about.
If we have nothing else to watch, maybe I'll watch it, which will never happen. So
that's so disrespectful. Let's do the Traitors together. Let's do the Traitors
during this Christmas
season. I was talking about that Big Brother show. I will definitely watch Traders.
Brett's gonna watch it. If Brett's watching it, means we're watching it.
Yeah, Jingle Jangle.
Yeah, I'm watching it, but I'm not covering
Is
it.
it?
Team's
Come
watching
on, Merry
it.
Christmas, Merry Christmas.
So
You
it
don't
means
have
the
to
team's
cover it.
watching
You can
it.
at least
Somebody
come on and talk about it
from
with
the
us.
org is watching it. It's checked off the list.
I'm watching it and falling asleep afterward.
It can go on next year's March Madness tournament.
You guys are so rude. You can at least
not
just watch it
rude.
and just come on and chat about it with us. Like that's fine. You don't have to
I'll come and
officially
chat. I
cover it.
watched the episodes. Listen, we are not. I watch the episodes. It's just we have a lot of stuff to cover. Listen, you guys cover it so well. It's just like why would we go crazy covering it?
I'll chat about anything
Thanks
if
for the
I'm
validation.
free and I like the show. But yeah.
Yeah, anything Big Brother, we're definitely doing it.
So find them on all socials, YouTube, TikTok. Same with our stuff. We also are doing TikToks on a bunch of other shows, reviews. Check out our playlists here on YouTube. But for myself, Brian, Brett, Kyle, everyone at the Reality Guys, thank you so much for watching. Peace.